to my channel. I saw somebody else who did this video of like just doing a bunch of different hobbies and letting a jar decide what hobby they did each day, and I just thought that was so fun, and I'm going to do my own rendition of it. I will have the creator on the screen because I don't remember her name or anything, and I'll also have it in the description if you want to watch her version. I thought it was such a good video idea and I can't wait to do it. I picked 6 different hobbies I think that I thought I could work with what I had, and so this is going to be a 6-day challenge, either 6 or 5, I haven't decided yet, but I am really excited to eventually do this video with new hobbies. I think that'd be really fun, but I would just have to buy supplies for them, and we don't live very close to a store, so it's not very easy to get supplies. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I hope to do that in the future, but for now we're just going to work with what I have. I did already spin the wheel today to see what hobby I get, and I'm actually not excited about the hobby that I got this morning. I got creative writing, and I was really excited to put this in because the video that I watched, he had a day where she did creative writing, and it's been so long since I've done creative writing, but I love it so much. I used to do it for fun all the time, but it's been a while ago, so I really wanted to do that. I just wasn't expecting to do that on the very first day, but I do want to do some more hobbies because I feel like it's just been so busy of doing other stuff like working and like doing social media stuff for the church. Just a lot of busy stuff that I haven't really had time for my hobbies. I also have a tendency to do so much doom scrolling, and it's worse whenever I'm busy because whenever I'm so overwhelmed and I don't know what to do, I end up just scrolling on my phone and not doing anything because I don't know what to pick, and that's not a great thing to do. So this way I also know exactly what to do, what hobby I want to focus on for the day, and what I'm going to do is set a timer for 1 hour. I'm going to spend at least 1 hour doing these hobbies every single day, and since I got creative writing today, I'm just going to set a timer for 1 hour and do some writing. I'm not really excited about this, but I think once I get started I'll like it. I don't like any of these. Finished writing, and it actually was more fun than I thought it was going to be in a way, but it also was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and also my fingers are so sore from typing. But I forgot how much I loved writing. As a girl, I really loved writing and just wrote stories all the time, but as I got older I started having like more and more perfectionism, or whatever that word is. So now I just get really nervous like doing anything, and I almost hate doing anything because it just is in my mind that it's not good enough, and so I have to keep working at it, and like I'm just too scared to do it because it's not perfect basically. And so that's basically how writing is for me, and why I'll probably never publish a book, because it's just never going to be good enough in my opinion. And so I would definitely will not be showing you what I wrote, but I wrote like chapter 1 of a book I guess, and I just kind of like was looking up some different prompts and sentence starters and things like that online to get an idea of what I wanted to write about, and nothing really interested me that much. Like I really just kept looking through and nothing was really sticking out to me, and so I ended up at the end of the day like just taking a bunch of different things and putting them together to make my own story. And like I said, it's probably like a chapter 1 to a book, and it's probably never going to get finished. I don't know if I'll ever touch it again, but I did have fun doing it, and it was a nice break from doing the same old hobbies all the time or doom scrolling. Obviously I had a lot of fun with it. We'll see if I ever do that again or ever touch that same draft again, but I did have some fun. So I will see you tomorrow to see what our next hobby is. I'm so excited. Hello, it is the next day, and yesterday my hobby of the day was creative writing, which I really enjoyed. I wasn't sure if I would like it or not, and I'm not sure if creative writing is something that I would continue to do as a hobby. Probably I'd assume not, because I didn't enjoy it that much, but it was fun to do some of that creativity again. Let's go ahead and see what today's hobby is for the day. I actually forgot about this and I almost didn't do it. It's only 1 o'clock right now, so we have the whole day to do it, but I want to see what it is. Spin the wheel. It looks like cozy gaming. That's not what I was expecting either, but that sounds really fun to do. Maybe I'm excited. We're going to game for at least an hour today and just do like some cozy games that are fun to do. Beat you again.
Oh man. I couldn't find any homes last minute. Looking on the map trying to go the right way and we're not there.
Hello, I just got home from babysitting and it wasn't a bad day, but it was like just kind of a long day and I'm very tired. And so I'm ready to just relax the end of the day. Not really the end of the day. Let's see what we're going to get today. It looks like crocheting. I actually really wanted crocheting because I've been in just such a big crochet mood lately. I've just been wanting to crochet everything, and I'm actually going to do a crochet video soon that'll probably be posted next week actually. So I don't know if I'm going to film that right now. That's what I was thinking I was going to do when I got crochet. I am currently making this big granny square and it's going to be a book sleeve whenever I'm done with it. I'll probably just start with this. I'm actually so glad I got crocheting because I can just sit here and watch a show and crochet for a little bit, which is exactly what I need after today. Don't mind my hair, I was trying to look cute and obviously it did not work. But I think I forgot to update you on the other hobbies that I did. Video gaming, I had so much fun doing that and it was literally just me and my husband playing the Nintendo Switch. We played Mario Kart. And then crocheting yesterday, I crocheted this for I think it was like almost exactly an hour, and then I crocheted after as well. But I crocheted this granny square and it's going to be a book sleeve. The only thing is I do think it's a little bit big, so I don't know if I need to take like some of the rows or at least one of the rows. I really love it though and I don't want to take it apart. I didn't end up sewing it because I'm not sure if it's too big, and then also I couldn't find my needle. I did find it now so I can do that, but I'm so excited. I can't wait to have this cute little book sleeve. And then I started also crocheting something for something else, but that's like a secret project for now and I will share about that in a different video. But today I literally was like filming other videos and editing videos and almost forgot about this video that I'm doing right now, so I need to spin the wheel and see what today is. Honestly, I would love anything on this wheel, but I really do not want reading, and the only reason why I don't want reading is because I really want to watch my show. I have been in the biggest Grey's Anatomy mood. I started watching it again. Me and my husband were watching it together and then he didn't want to watch it anymore with me, which I was fine with because he was going at a way slower pace than what I wanted to watch at. And so I actually started really watching a lot of like crochet vloggers, and one of the videos that I saw was one person seeing how many crochet projects they could do while binge watching Grey's Anatomy, and they were watching it and I was like, now I have to watch Grey's Anatomy. So I started watching it again and I really want to watch it, so I'm really hoping I can get something that I can still watch it with. So like coloring I could still watch Grey's Anatomy with, and puzzling I could still watch Grey's Anatomy with. Reading, I probably couldn't watch my show, which I can still watch my show later probably, but I just don't really feel like reading right now. Let's see what we got. Coloring, reading, and puzzles. Spinning. Oh no, it looks like it's gonna land on reading. Yay, reading. I knew that was going to happen since I was hyping up the other hobbies so much. But it's probably a good thing that I got reading, because I am currently on 2 different art teams. One for my friend Maddie and one for the second book of If I Go. I think I talked about this in one of the videos. I can't remember which one. If I Go was one of my favorite books from last year, and the author is releasing the second book of the series, and I am on the art team for it, and I'm so excited. And that one releases on the 17th of February, I think. And the other book I'm reading releases on February 7th. And so I really need to finish that first one and get started on the second one so that I can get them both out by the release date, and also like post some other things besides just book reviews, because I just love promoting those books and like getting as much content out there as possible so that whenever the release date does come, people have already heard about it and seen it and are super excited to buy their copy. And so I'm also sharing that here on this YouTube video because both of those books have pre-orders available on Amazon. I believe both of them are on Amazon, and I'm going to have those links in the description. So go pre-order for them if you're watching this later and they have already been released on February 7th or February 17th, I think, or 27th. I feel like they both have 7s in them. So if you're watching them after the fact, go get those books because I'm so excited. Right now, I'm currently reading my friend Maddie's book, which her book is called The Sun on His Fangs. And it's like the category that she put it in was YA urban fantasy, which have I ever read an urban fantasy? Probably not. I feel like I never have. It's in the Christian fiction category though, so it is a Christian fiction. I remember whenever she first started talking about this project, it was just called Project Fangs at the time. She hadn't had like the name released or anything, and she was talking about this book, and at first I was like, this does not sound like something I'd be interested in. Vampires and like that's just not me. But the more she started talking about it, like she was talking about like the themes, the Christian themes, things that she would have in her book and like things like that, the more she hyped it up, I guess, the more I got so excited about it, and now I cannot wait to read it. So now, because I feel like this video is probably pretty short, I haven't like talked a lot about like the hobbies I did or like showed you a lot of the hobbies that I've done so far. So this is where it's gonna really get long, because I'm going to like start talking about this book, and I'm going to just do a little book vlog in the middle of this video and talk about this book. Okay, but some of the things that like really stuck out to me was the main theme of her book is that all are evil but all can be saved, and I love that. And she actually had a reel that she talked about this more, and she was saying how books that have like vampires or like these like dark themes, like it's really glorifying evil. In her book, one of the purposes of her book is to show that evil is evil. The point is to fight the evil and not to like condone it or live in it or be like evil's good. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but that's like one of the things that she said in a reel, and she said it much better than I do. So I love that like her focus is that we are evil, and so like some of these characters do things that we would not agree with as Christians, and like, and even she says this, like in Christian fiction you do not see that. The Christian fiction books, like everyone's perfect, their world's perfect, you don't really get to see them sinning. They have like a very perfect attitude almost, which I mean obviously they have their faults, but it's always something like I don't trust enough or something like that, and it's not like those sins that some people really struggle with. So for instance, like drinking or homosexuality or things like that, like she touches on those topics that nobody else really touches on. I haven't really seen a whole lot of that yet, so I don't know. As I read I can give more insight on that, but I just know her vision because I've like seen her reels and like talked to her a lot, so I just like I know where she's going with this stuff that is mentioned in the book, and like obviously that would be a turnoff to some people, the fact that it's even in there. As I've talked to her and as I've heard like her side of it, I've really come to agree with her in the fact that Christian fiction should have these topics in it, because we see these topics in the not Christian books and we see them glorified in a way that we shouldn't. It's always like good to do evil in these other books, and so she's showing us how to actually deal with these sinful things in a correct manner, if that makes sense. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait to read more about it. So wait, let me see how far I am in the book. Okay, I'm on page 65, so I'm 21% in the book, so really not far at all. But let me just say, I got excited for this book initially when I saw like her themes and stuff, and the fact that it was like all of those books that you see, like Twilight and like those books, especially just Twilight. We'll just focus on Twilight, which I've never seen Twilight or read the books, but like Twilight, but in a Christian way. And so I was already like, okay, that sounds kind of cool. And then she started going further on some of the themes that she would have in her book and the things she wanted to touch, and I was like, wow, that's really good, especially for people who read those kind of things not knowing that there's a Christian version of it. I really want to be on the ARC team just for that, to like publicize the fact that there are those kind of books. Like, you don't just have to read, everyone has a different what they like to read, and if you like reading about vampires and stuff like that, you can do that in a way that is still God honoring. So at the point that I'm in right now, like I just met the vampires, I think, like not too long ago, and I'm like starting to see some of what's going on, and I'm just loving it. So honestly, like I said, I was already kind of intrigued from that, and then the more she posted about it, the more excited I got about it. And so whenever she announced ARC, like that she was giving out ARC copies, I was like, I have to jump on this because I've been so excited about this book, and now I have a chance to read it for free. I was so excited and I hopped on that immediately, and I'm so excited to be part of her ARC team, and I can't wait to like promote it. And that's another reason why I want to talk about it in a video, because you guys need to read it. So go pre-order. But then I actually started it, and like it is so much better than I expected. Like, I already was going to love it, but I was not expecting like the great writing. She's a great writer. I haven't seen any mistakes in her book so far, and that's kind of a thing whenever you are an ARC reader. You do see a lot of mistakes in the books because you're kind of there to almost catch those things and point them out to the author so they can fix them before it is published. That's also another thing with like indie authors in general. Since they're self-publishing, there will be some mistakes in their books, but I haven't seen a single mistake so far, and like the writing is just really good and flows really nice, and I'm just really enjoying it so far. So now that I just hyped it up all like that, I'm actually getting excited to read it. So I'm just going to go ahead and read it now for a little bit until maybe my husband comes home. He's out visiting somebody right now, and I have a feeling it's going to be a long one because she's a talker. So at least until he comes home, I'll read, and then maybe when he comes back, I'll do some crocheting and watch my show or something. I don't know. Here's what the cover looks like, by the way. I'll probably have it on the screen, but just in case. Here's what it looks like. I love it. It's so cute. And apparently I left off in the middle of a chapter, which I actually do quite often. But let's read. What I didn't explain about this book is it follows our main character, Michelle, who at the beginning of the book is getting into trouble. Like, she seems like one of those teenagers who just go out and do a lot of like not so good things, and she is a foster child as well. And so like she goes out and parties and drinks and all of that stuff, and then she gets in a really bad car wreck. So she survives this car wreck and now is like battling like, why am I still alive? Like, why me? The reason why she was saved is because she was given blood from Red Cross, I guess. Yeah, from Red Cross. So after that, her mom makes her get a job, and she decides to work for Red Cross because that's the place she was thinking of, I guess. I don't really know. So now she's working with Red Cross, and one of the employees at Red Cross is a vampire, and so she is like interacting with him, and he's like really like a happy guy, and his name's Sunny, which is so cute because like he's like such a happy guy, but then it's also like kind of ironic because he's, you know, allergic to the sun because he's a vampire. But he has been like having like the vampire signs lately, and like she's noticing them, but she thinks like he's just anemic and has an eating disorder. Also, he keeps saying, I'm so hungry every time, like especially whenever there's like blood around, he's always saying, I'm so hungry. And so I just love the fact that he's not really hiding that he's a vampire. He has not lied once. Like, he is telling the truth. She's just assuming that it's something opposite of what he's saying. And so some of like the vampire like banter, that's like some of the stuff that's happening in the book, the things that he's saying is just so funny because he's a vampire, and like what he's saying is just funny. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense. But that's kind of like what's going on right now. It's like, it's just funny. So hello again. It might be the final day of the challenge. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it tomorrow or not. Since tomorrow is Saturday, there is a chance that I'll probably do it tomorrow. Yesterday I got, let's see how much reading I did. I got to page 106. So I'm now at 36%, which I was kind of hoping to like at least get closer to finishing, if not finishing. But I realize now that that's like a really unrealistic goal. I have been such a slow reader lately, and I honestly love it because I've been able to like really savor this book and like enjoy it. And like in reading in general, like I've just been able to savor the story a little bit more, not just rush through it and then move on to the next thing. I've been able to like dwell more on the book that I'm currently reading, and I'm enjoying it so much. So I'm going to continue reading that book, and eventually I'm hoping to give a few review on it somewhere on YouTube. Whenever that happens, I will try to let you know and talk about it because I think it's wonderful. And where I'm at now, like a lot is going on. It's actually quite crazy. It's always been pretty action-packed, I feel like, and it's been very intriguing, and like it's been hard for me to put it down. But now it's like really intense what's going on. And I'm enjoying it so much. I can't wait to continue reading it. But I need to see what today's hobby is. And one of these hobbies I'm going to be able to do while listening to an audiobook. So I'm hoping to find a good audiobook to listen to while I do my last two hobbies. I probably won't be watching my show just because I don't think we even have Wi-Fi right now. Our Wi-Fi is not working, and we're supposed to have a blizzard this weekend. So I'll probably just listen to an audiobook. I need to pick an audiobook first and then do this. But first and foremost, I need to call Ariel and do schoolwork. And then I'll focus on this hobby, and then we can figure out an audiobook. So let's see what today's hobby is. It's either coloring or puzzles. Looks like it's coloring. I honestly was wanting puzzles, so I don't know. I still might pick puzzles. I might just like choose my own thing today. I really have been wanting to do puzzles, and I want to do puzzles in this video. So either I'll do puzzles today and the video will be over after today, or I'll do coloring today and do puzzles tomorrow and just extend the challenge one more day. I haven't decided yet. I really want to do puzzles because I bought a new puzzle last year that I was hoping to do and I never got to it. So I feel like this is the perfect time to do it. Maybe I'll do two hobbies today. I'll just do puzzles this early afternoon, and then in the evening I can color while my husband watches the football game. I think that's the thing I'm going to do. And I'm so excited. Let me show you my puzzle. Apparently I actually have two puzzles. I have this one of like New York City, which I don't think I'm going to do this one. First of all, it's 500 pieces, which sounds like a lot. I honestly don't know. I know like 100 is like baby puzzle, super easy. So maybe 500 isn't actually that hard. I don't know, but I'm just not really feeling the New York City one. So there's that one. And then there's this one that has like candies, which I think would be fun, especially since I've been obsessed with candy lately. So I think I'm going to do this one. It also looks like it'd be challenging with all the colors, but it's only 350 pieces, so not as big as the other one, but still super colorful and like looks like it'd be hard to do. So I think this is the one I'm going to go for while listening to my audiobook. But first I need to do some school stuff, then I will pick out my audiobook, then I will do my puzzle. Totally forgot that I made coffee this morning, and it's my first time using the mug that I got for Christmas from Ariel. I've been really enjoying coffee lately since waking up at 6 a.m. to babysit. It has just been like a necessity in my life, and so I've become a coffee drinker, and so that's so fun. I finally finished the border of my puzzle, and it was taking me forever, and then I finally thought to look for some of the edges that I might have been missing, and then once I found those, I was able to put the rest of the puzzle together. And so now we are about 35 minutes in, and I got all the edges done. I feel like it would have happened so much faster if I wasn't missing some of those pieces that I sorted. And now I need to sort out the rest of this puzzle because this is just really overwhelming to me. I don't know what to do from here. Puzzling definitely is not a fun hobby for me. I am not enjoying myself. I am enjoying my audiobook though. I'm listening to a book called Under the Tulip Tree, and am I on chapter 7 already? Wow. Yes, I'm on chapter 7, which is crazy, and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm really interested to see where the book goes. I really don't know a whole lot yet, but I am enjoying it so far, and listening to it is really fun and makes the puzzling process a lot more fun because at least I have that going for me. But doing this puzzle is actually so difficult, and I don't even know like where to start and what to do. There's just so many colors, and it doesn't seem like anything fits anywhere, so that's fun. It is the next day, and I did not enjoy making that puzzle yesterday. I don't know how far I got. I figured out that I definitely am not a puzzle girl. Do not like puzzles. They stress me out, and they are not worth what you get at the end unless you're going to display your puzzle somehow. I'm going to do the last hobby today, which is coloring. But yeah, just want to tell you, not a puzzle girl. Might do more today, might not, but I definitely will do some coloring tonight because I told you guys that I would do that, and I totally forgot yesterday. So, gonna do some today. I was coloring, but I hated the first picture that I colored, and then I did a second one and I just got bored. So now I'm going to work on my puzzle. I actually think that I might be able to finish it tonight, so I'm going to try. I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to, but I at least want to try to. I hope you can hear me okay. I am literally filming this at my church right now because I'm on a time crunch. I really need to get this video uploaded tomorrow, I think. So I just need to make my little outro and tell you how my week was. It really helped with doom scrolling. I barely did any doom scrolling at all, which is kind of shocking because it was a super busy week. But I had so much fun doing my hobbies. My favorite was probably doing the gaming. I loved playing games with my husband, which we do that often, so it wasn't anything different. Crochet, reading, and video gaming were my favorites. And I really loved The Sun on His Fangs. I do have a video with the whole review. It's in my January wrap-up, so I talk about that and all the other books that I read in January in that video. But I did love that book so much. I did end up rating it 5 stars, and I will have my written review on the screen just so you can read it in case you don't want to go see that video. I hope you get your copy though, because it is so good. Madeline did such a good job, and I just think it's so good. So go check it out. Creative writing was actually a shocker to me. I actually did enjoy it a lot more than I thought I would, and I would have enjoyed it even more if I could really go through like the brainstorming process. I literally just jumped straight into writing after finding those prompts. My characters and like just getting all of that stuff settled before I started writing would have made it so much easier, and if I actually end up doing that, then it will make the whole writing process smoother. So maybe I'll make a whole video of trying to write a book or something. That'll be so fun. Like I said, probably will never publish it, but at least maybe I'll work on it some more because I did have a lot of fun with that, surprisingly. Puzzling, however, we'll probably never do again. Like, especially puzzles like that. Like little puzzles, playing with kids, doing puzzles, that's a little bit different, but like doing puzzles for fun, that is not my cup of tea. I did not enjoy it, and so I probably will not be doing that one again. I actually never finished my puzzle. I literally destroyed it and just ended it. I was working on it for days after and like wasn't getting anywhere, so I just literally destroyed it. I was crazy for thinking that I could finish it that night. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was literally so hard. So I destroyed it. I put it away, and I will not be doing another puzzle anytime soon. But I had so much fun doing this video. I hope to do a video like this again in the future where I try out some new hobbies, so let me know if that interests you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you check out some of my other videos on my channel. I have a whole ton, so go see if any of them catch your interest. I will see you in next week's video. Bye.